Welcome to Natural Healing at Your Fingertips podcast. I'm your guide, Marci here to help you discover bite-sized, effective, and affordable natural remedies for stress relief, emotional balance, and immune support. If you're seeking cost-effective alternatives to traditional healthcare, you're in the right place. My mission is to create a world of healing that's free and accessible, anytime, anywhere, right at your fingertips. All you need is 2 fingers and a thumb, an open mind, and an open heart to shift energy for more resilience, vitality, and emotional well-being. Each week, we'll explore easy self-acupressure techniques, the healing power of essential oils for health, herbal remedies, and other holistic healing practices to nourish your body, mind, and precious spirit. I'll show you self-healing tools to help yourself, your family, your friends, and even your pets. Yes, they love natural healing too. Share this podcast with your friends, anyone you think may enjoy it, and help grow our healing community. And don't forget to download each episode to practice anytime and hit follow for automatic updates. For the first 10 episodes, we'll drop into bliss together by stimulating the #1 acupressure point that calms stress and anxiety. It's safe and easy for everyone to do. I'll guide you step by step to go from stress to bliss in 60 seconds or less, and soon you'll be practicing it on your own before each episode, bringing you more mental clarity, feeling refreshed and centered, ready to begin. You can always access the #1 acupressure point to calm stress by clicking the freebie link in the show notes and having it delivered right to your inbox. You can also follow my blog where I recap each episode and include PDFs of each of the acupressure points we do together. Stay tuned for links to short how-to videos on YouTube where I'll be doing live visual demos for each point. I'm really trying to cover all the learning styles. Resources and links are always in each episode's show notes. I'd love to know how these self-care tips and simple natural healing practices are helping you. Please send me a text. The text link is always at the top of the show notes. When you learn an acupressure point, teach one. Your healing touch is as powerful as mine, and together we can help heal 1 million people using natural healing at our fingertips. The tips shared are for educational and empowering purposes only. They're meant to help you understand the energy in your life and support your well-being. The ancient wisdom and holistic practices I discuss can be profoundly supportive and effective for many people. Why encourage self-care over traditional healthcare? Your well-being is unique and professional guidance is essential. Always consult a healthcare provider for specific concerns, diagnoses, treatments, or before using essential oils or starting new programs. Now let's continue on our journey to natural healing. Welcome back, holistic healers, to episode 11, Healing Touch for Sore Throats, Unlocking the Magic of Lung 10. In today's episode, we'll uncover the fascinating world of the Lung 10 acupressure point on the edge of your hand, also known as fish border, and explore why it's so effective for easing sore throats. Recall your last sore throat. It may have felt burning and hot, or maybe it was like a sore lump when you swallowed. This is due to heat and inflammation, and I will guide you to unlock the healing magic of fish border. We'll also share an inspiring story of ancient healing that pairs this powerful point with lavender and thyme, 2 natural allies in soothing and supporting the body. Let's begin by diving into fish border and its power for sore throats. Lung 10, abbreviated as LU10, also known as the fish border point, is located on the palm side of your hand below your thumb at the midpoint of the first metacarpal bone. That's the bone that joins your thumb to your wrists. And LU10 is actually located on the edge of the skin of your palm where it becomes the back of your hand, also known as the fish border. Well, why is it called the fish border? I bet you are curious why Lung 10 is also called the fish border. I know I was. The answer I share will actually make sense. The anatomical reference for this name reflects its location at the border where the skin transitions from the palm to the back of the hand, where the skin changes color. Some call it the white skin of the palm to the red skin of the body, and it resembles the edge of a fish's body where the skins change color. There's also a symbolic meaning to fish border. Fish symbolize fluidity and movement in traditional Chinese medicine, and this aligns the lung ten's role in harmonizing the flow of energy and fluids along the lung meridian in your body. And in addition, lung 10 provides a powerful energetic function. Based on the 5-element theory in traditional Chinese medicine, as a yin spring point, Lu10 is associated with the fire element and excels at clearing heat and restoring balance, which is why it's so effective for conditions like sore throats. Imagine the image of a fire hose with a gentle trickle of water springing up at the tip and then flowing from it onto a fire. So how exactly does lung 10 ease sore throats? Stimulating lung 10 acupressure point helps reduce the heat or the fire in the lung meridian, which is often the root of your throat discomfort. In addition, stimulating fish border acupressure point, as I said, helps to moisten the throat. So working with Lu10 can promote hydration and balance in the respiratory system. And stimulating fish border harmonizes energy flow and restores the natural flow of qi, which alleviates discomfort that's caused by blockages, aka the heat and inflammation. So the skin, do you realize that that's the lung's external partner? Did you know that the lungs also breathe through the skin? In traditional Chinese medicine, the skin is considered the largest organ system and an extension of the lung's function. Just as the lungs take in and release air, the skin absorbs and releases substances in our sweat, playing a key role in our body's protective barrier. This connection highlights the importance of caring for our skin with the same mindfulness as we do for our breathing. And I desire to take a moment to share something about products we use on our skin. Harsh chemicals and synthetic products can disrupt this harmony. Instead, opt for natural and gentle products that nourish the skin, maintaining its ability to breathe freely. Soothing and protecting your skin not only supports your overall health, but also reflects the balance within your lung meridian. And I'd like to tell you the ancient wisdom story of Lian and the farmer. Now let me take you to an ancient Chinese village where a skilled healer named Lian was known for her expertise in treating throat ailments. One day, a farmer arrived at her clinic, his voice hoarse and his throat burning painfully. Lian carefully examined him and identified heat trapped in his lung meridian. She guided him to sit by her workbench, then began pressing Lu10 with practiced hands, clearing the energetic blockages and restoring balance with the entire lung meridian. While she worked, Lian prepared a fragrant tea of lavender and thyme sprigs. She explained, lavender calms the body and mind, soothing the throat's discomfort, and thyme supports the body's natural defenses and promotes harmony in the respiratory system. After the treatment, Lian advised the farmer to press fish border twice daily and sip the lavender thyme tea regularly. Within days, his voice returned and the burning sensation was gone. I will share the broader energetics of fish border acupressure point with you now. Beyond easing sore throats, lung 10 has a range of other powerful energetics. I mentioned that this point is used for clearing heat. It addresses the heat-related issues in the respiratory system in the throat and in the skin, including fever and inflammation. This point is used for moistening the lungs. Fish border supports hydration as a spring point, as I mentioned, and it helps in relieving dryness in the respiratory system. Lung 10 promotes the descent of lung qi down from the lungs to the tips of the hand and helps with conditions like coughing or wheezing that's caused by rebellious qi, which is simply energy that flows in the wrong direction. So we have a cough or a wheeze instead of smooth breathing and smooth flow. Lung 10 also strengthens lung function, and it aids the lungs in distributing the qi and fluids to support the immune defenses throughout all the organ systems. We need a moist body, and we need the lungs to make sure that they stay moist to do that. Lung 10 also supports emotional balance. It helps release the grief and sadness. Those are emotions associated with the lung meridian, and it helps to promote a sense of calm. As the lungs are tied to the skin, there's a huge skin and surface connection. Lung 10 can help with skin issues like rashes or dryness. A skin rash is an example of the lungs trying to push out toxins through the skin. Lung 10 is used for throat and voice support. It maintains vocal clarity and relieves tension, making it ideal for singers and speakers. This is another valuable point I stimulate before recording each podcast episode. Understanding LU10's energetics highlights its versatility in addressing both the physical conditions and your emotional well-being. And there's a few things to note regarding sensitivity at this acupressure point when you have a sore throat. When there's inflammation or heat in the throat, LU10 may feel warm or even hot to the touch. This heat is a reflection of the excess energy or fire present in the lung meridian, which shows up in the throat and oftentimes the skin, especially at this point. Additionally, lung 10 may feel tender or sore when stimulated during a sore throat. This sensitivity is often a sign that there's an imbalance or blockage in the lung meridian. Next time you have a sore throat, you too may notice a sore area on your palm at lung 10. Let's find and stimulate lung 10 on the edge of the hand below the thumb. I will now cue the points, and let's stimulate these points together. All you really need to do is follow my cues. Lung 10, abbreviated as LU10, also known as fish border, is located on the palm side of your hand at the midpoint of the first metacarpal bone between the thumb and your hand near the base of your thumb. To find fish border, open your left hand with your palm facing up and look at the border of your thumb where the skin transitions from the palm to the back of your hand and the pattern changes, resembling the edge of a fish's body. Notice your knuckle at the base of your thumb where it meets your hand, and track it down to where the base of your thumb meets your hand at your wrist. Now, place your thumb along the inside edge of the bone at the midway point between the thumb knuckle where it meets your hand and the base of the hand where it meets your wrist. This point, midway up the bone, is fish border. Place your thumb on fish border and simply wrap your fingers around your pinky onto the back of your hand to add support. Keeping your thumb in place, use gentle pressure and begin to massage right over fish border in small circular motions. Start in the center of the point and gradually spread the circles outward and upward in a very slight push-me-pull-you motion, up towards the tip of your thumb and down towards the wrist crease. This is a very small motion, but it does help deepen the stimulation and actually broaden the stimulation and what you feel. If you experience tenderness at this point, it's an indicator that the body's calling for attention, and stimulating fish border can help clear the heat, causing pain or soreness, and restore balance. Apply a degree of pressure that feels soothing, neither too hard nor too light, and I'll give you a moment to sink into the point. Focus on your breathing. Inhale for a count of 4. And exhale for a count of 4. And with each breath, visualize energy flowing from a trickle to a spring to release heat in the lung meridian and minimize inflammation in the lungs, the throat, and the skin. You may also simply press and release into the point, or simply allow your thumb to just remain still. After holding this point for another 5 seconds, let's switch to the opposite hand and repeat in the exact same spot in the same manner for about another 30 seconds. I'll give you a moment to locate and sink into the point on this hand. Remember, it's halfway up on the bone between the wrist and the base of your thumb knuckle, right up against the edge of the bone. When working with fish border, apply gentle yet firm pressure to avoid causing too much discomfort. The goal is to encourage healing and bring relief without intensifying any soreness. Continue to focus on your breathing. Again, let's inhale for a count of 4. And exhale for a count of 4. The stimulation technique varies the sensation, so see what feels best to you and continue doing that. All of these methods still stimulate the fire point of energy to release the heat and stimulate moisture to flow. Stimulate this point for another 5 seconds or so. And now close the energy by brushing your fingertips over lung 10, the fish border, on both of your hands. Let's enhance this energetic using essential oils to soothe a sore throat. For added benefit, pairing the acupressure with calming essential oils like lavender or cooling ones like peppermint can really enhance the soothing effects. And adding an immune-boosting power of thyme essential oil at the very first sign of a sore throat can shorten the time your throat feels sore and boost your immune system to help kick it quick. Have you ever tried chloroseptic throat spray, the green stuff, to disinfect and numb the back of your throat when you have a sore throat? We used to always use it when I was a child. My mom would say, spray the back of your throat. Well, the active ingredient in the throat spray is thymol, which is the active property in the herb thyme, and thought to disinfect the tissues in your mouth and throat, which ultimately makes your throat feel better. As for the essential oils, simply inhale one or all these oils from the bottle, or what I like to do is mix in a small dish with a curio oil, such as fractionated, which is the liquid version of organic coconut oil, or almond oil, jojoba oil, or even olive oil. Gently mix this blend with your fingers and apply it directly to your wrists, and for an invigorating effect, apply it directly to your throat and chest and gently rub it into your skin. And in closing, I hope today's exploration of LU10 or fish border inspires you to try this powerful point the next time you experience throat discomfort or other issues related to the lung meridian, such as a rash and dry skin. Here's a mantra to help you remember its power. Cool throat, moist lungs. Just try it. And for its soothing benefits, pair this lung 10 acupressure point with a warm cup of tea and some fresh thyme in your tea or in your meals as part of your self-care routine when you have a sore throat and as a powerful boost for your body to thrive. I add a drizzle of organic honey to my tea for the antibacterial and the antimicrobial benefits. Science has proven that it does help ward off some of the things that would be growing in our throat in that moist environment. And I often add a sprig of fresh organic thyme simply into my water glass and sip it during the day to boost my immune system and when I need to ease a sore throat. Remember, your skin and your lungs are intricately connected, so nurture your skin with only gentle, natural products to minimize toxins being absorbed into your lungs and to honor its role as an extension of your lungs' energy. If you enjoyed this episode, send me a text. The link is at the top of the show notes in every episode, or leave me a comment. I'd love to know how you feel about using self-acupressure for your own self-care. If you comment, I am well, I'll send you a link to some more self-care tools and products from my company, Healing Touch Natural Essentials. Thanks again for being here. Stick with me to learn more valuable self-acupressure tips to add to your first aid toolbox. I will be back next week with another episode to guide you further down the path of balance and well-being, especially when life plays tricks on you. So stay tuned. Until then, keep your healing at your fingertips and do what you can, where you are, with what you've got. That's my healing touch for today. With love and gratitude, thank you for tuning into this episode. It's because of you that I keep shining my light through my voice and my hands. I'm thrilled to be your guide on this journey to holistic wellness. If you love today's insights on natural healing, self-care, and essential oils, please share this episode with at least one friend. Leave me a comment, and I'd love a 5-star rating for the show. Your review helps us reach more people and grow our community of holistic healthcare seekers. Got questions about natural health, acupressure points, or essential oils for specific conditions? Reach out to me on social media. You'll find all the links on my website at healingtouchnaturalessentials.com. I'm sure I have an essential oil and an acupressure point to add to your wellness toolkit. With your permission, I'd be happy to share your question and my answer on the podcast so our community can learn and grow together. Before you go, remember to hit the follow button so you never miss an episode, and be sure to follow my blog for visuals of all the acupressure PDFs to enhance your learning. I'm Marci Labor, and I'll meet you here next time on Natural Healing at Your Fingertips.